This is a demo of the KenwoodDNX5120 that I'll be taking out of this 2008 Volkswagen EOS and putting up for sale on eBay. And I'm starting the demo by turning the unit on. What I've done, I've just turned my ignition on so you get a sense for how long it'll take the Kenwood to go ahead and boot up. As you can see, it's booting up. The colors, by the way, are changeable. You can change them to red, green, blue, whatever your dashboard color is to have it match your unit. As you can see, the unit's fired up, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my three main presets that I use most often, but you can change those presets, or if you prefer the kitchen sink, you can see the kitchen sink is indeed available. So we'll go ahead and start with the tuner. As you can see, the tuner works just as you would expect. And of course it's programmed for Jacksonville, Florida station, since that's where I am, but nothing out of the unusual there. And the name of the artist goes ahead and appears, as well as the name of the radio station. In my case, I stream a lot of music from my smartphone as well. So as you can see, there is the streaming music from the smartphone. Now, of course, this will work with Pandora, Live 365, any source on your cell phone, your local music collection on the phone, whatever the case may be. Here's a demo of the USB function. In my case, I've got my entire music collection on a 16 gigabyte USB that I have in the glove box that runs from the back of the unit. So as you can see, it does display album art on the USB. It also, by the way, is capable of accepting iPods, so it would look the same pretty much, although you would have to purchase an iPod adapter to plug into the unit to go ahead and use that feature, since I don't personally have an iPod or an iPhone. So as you can see, everything works as you would expect. You can go ahead and forward. It does take a moment to go ahead and catch up in terms of displaying the album art and the song and the artist. As soon as it finishes catching up, it'll show it. And then you can go ahead and go into other parts of your drive. And it does accept photos, it accepts video, although the video is kind of a pain. You've got to encode it a special way, which is in the owner's manual, but you can't just pull down stuff, say, from YouTube without re-encoding it, or it either won't play at all or it'll stutter like crazy. But just to give you an idea, it does go ahead and work. So here are some that I've done, and it does take a moment to spool up, but as you can see, it does work. There's Leonard Skinner, a video that I pulled down from YouTube, and then I re-encoded in Adobe Premiere. Now, speaking of video, of course, the DVD is another feature of the unit. So in this case, I've got a Jimmy Buffett concert video loaded, which it's going to go ahead and read. And there you can see the DVD is starting to play. Now, the one thing about this unit, the one defect, over the years, the eject button has started to act up. So if you want to eject a video, it's very hard to get it out. So I'm going to go ahead and try to eject it, and I'm sure it's going to give me the same problem it always does. As you can see, it's trying to eject, and it's going to go click, 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 and it's not going to eject. The only way I've found to get it out, I have a little tiny screwdriver that I use to help get the DVD out, and then you can put a new one in, but it is a bear. So if that's a problem for you, you definitely do not want to bid on this. Okay, continuing the tour. Of course, it's got DVD navigation, so there you can see it's ready to navigate. And we'll go farther out, and there you go. You can see that as well. And yes, of course, it does support playing music while you are navigating. That's no problem at all. So we'll go back, and any of the sources, not just the tuner, but you know, the DVD player, the USB. So there you can see that works. And then the final feature that I think is important is, of course, hands-free calling, which you can see right there. So in my case, I've got a bunch of presets set up, but it also supports the entire phone book. So we can just give you a quick idea. Now, you'll see there that it says voice. The voice feature, honestly, is useless. Sometimes it fires up, sometimes it doesn't, and that's been the case ever since I've owned this unit, and it's really very poor. I'll go ahead and show it to you, but it's hit or miss as to whether it works. Matt. Okay, in that particular case it worked, and if I were to go ahead and hit the dial button, it would go ahead and call them. So you can see the feature does work, but it also is dependent on which phone you have. Not all phones support that feature. For example, another feature that it has that my phone does not support is text messaging. My last phone, which was a Motorola Droid, did support the feature, but my current phone, which is an Android Nexus 4, does not. So please be aware that when it comes to the voice dialing and the text messaging, it's totally dependent on the phone that you have as to whether it's going to work. And when it comes to the voice dialing, it is hit or miss. So that basically is a tour of the DNX5120 from Kenwood. I'm selling it because I've just bought a new upgraded unit with a 8-inch screen, and therefore I need to go ahead and get rid of this unit. So I thank you very much for watching this demonstration, and I hope you decide to bid on it.